this is really kind of it's got a lot of edge to it, as I said.
Yeah, I mean, it goes there, and because it's based around the death of their mother, and so it's tragic, and it can get dark and vulnerable at times. But there is still some, there's comedy, there's action, and then there's the classic mystery. I mean, the Hardy Boys, it's always going to be about mystery. It's always going to be a mystery show forever and always. But there are other aspects to it this time. There's so much more depth to all these characters than a lot of people are used to, because now it's personal, right?
And you guys have one of the best casts, I think, on television. Tell me a little bit, Rohan, about working with Linda Thorson.
Oh my God, Linda! She's so every scene I did with her was such a gift. She just knew what she wanted to do in every scene, and then on top of that, she was so open, which is I don't know. Whenever I work with somebody that's got a resume like that, or kind of that legacy behind her, I always expect they're gonna come into work and you're gonna do a scene, then you're like, by the way, this is how the scene is gonna go, and you do what you do. But it was insane how open and sort of.
And she's an amazing actress as well. She's really fantastic.
So that was crazy. That was all the scene, because I do a lot with Linda and I learned a lot, and she's just great. She's so cool.
Yeah, she's one of my favorite actresses, and she's done Shakespeare. She's done, early television in England, and just an incredible personality. And she does such a great job in Hardy Boys.
Yeah, she's amazing. And that was one of the most daunting things ever, was doing a scene with her for the first time. And her speech is so good. And I grew up doing television, which, sometimes turns into mumble town. And she just so good.
Tell me about working with each other. Alexander, I'm going to let you go first. What's it like working with Rohan?
It was just a treat. It was no, honestly, you're so cool, dude. It was so great working with you, and we kind of just became brothers on the spot, which is awesome. We didn't have to act that at all. We didn't have to pretend to care about each other. It was really cool, and we kind of just I've made a new brother now. It's really awesome to be able to work with him.
That's so sweet. Yeah, I don't. It was just perfect. And again, I came on late to the project, and Alex had been cast, and I think sort of when I walked into the room, and I think it was the same experience they had when they saw him audition. I just walked into the room and I was like, this is the perfect Joe for this generation. And it was one of those things where every scene I did with him, he just brought this levity, because like you said, there's some serious subject matter to it, and we needed somebody to sort of keep it up. From being too self-serious or becoming a soap opera or something like that. And again, it's just such an honor working with Alex, and he found such a good way to sort of bring it levity and fun and joy. And of course, the relationship was so easy.
Rohan, you talked about the table read. Tell me a little bit about that, because that's where if the writing is good, usually.
Yeah, for me, it was I walked into the table read and none of the producers had seen me read yet, and the director and everything. So I sat beside Joe and Laura, the mother, and it felt like saying the words for the first time was the first word that left my mouth was just the scariest thing ever. I think it was 3 lines in where I was like, this is... Because like you said, it turns into, the family aspect gets a little heavy. And what was super important to me and Jason directing was that the family aspect was very clear off the bat. And literally in that table read with Laura, who plays the best mom ever, and I'm obsessed with her, it just instantly was on. And it felt so natural between the family members and the rest of the cast.
Alexander, tell me a little bit what you think that audiences are going to pull from watching the Hardy Boys.
Well, I mean, it's a new show, right? So they're gonna see a lot of the same stuff that they're used to. It's a mystery, it's the boys, it's the kid detective, right? But then there's so much new stuff to it. There's so much stuff that people haven't seen that brings it a sense of not necessarily unfamiliarity, but surprise and intrigue. And that really pushes it forward, because it's not just a version of the book that's been put onto a script. It's a new story, and there's some new people. And so it was really finding that balance between nostalgia and being original. And I think we really got there.
I have a big hope as well that this kind of brings families closer together, especially with the subject matter of the first season. My biggest hope and what I'm really proud of is the sort of commentary we've put on how important it is to take care of each other and be there for each other.
In our final moments together, how's it working for Hulu Originals? I mean, those guys are nutty quality, aren't they?
Yeah, the qualities. Yeah, I mean, so many amazing creatives on board, and I feel so blessed that they're putting us up on their platform. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure talking with you. It is the Hardy Boys on Hulu. I'll tell you what, it's been a pleasure talking with you, and I'm a fan already. I've only seen 3 episodes, but I'm a fan.
Perfect. That's really
so
really
much.
exciting to hear.
All right, you guys take care.
You as well. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Thank you so much.
This celebrity interview is sponsored by
I'm Annette Civarella with Pia Anderson Moss Hoyt, Utah's leading entertainment law firm, serving clients nationwide. We provide solid, attentive representation focusing on minimizing risk, reducing cost, and protecting the reputation and privacy of our clients. Our goal is to provide you with the legal representation you need to make the right decisions and to protect you and your creative works. Call or email me for a free consultation.